Hi, my name is Lydia Nakayenze Schubert. I am the founder of Moo Me Gen. Moo Me Gen means oils of hope. We produce cold pressed shea butter here in Otuke district. This is a name we came up with when we were looking for a site for the factory. We traveled a bit within the areas of the shea belt. On our way here from Lira town, you pass a village called Balonyo. Balonyo has a memorial site. There is a mass grave with over 300 people buried there who were killed in February of 2004 during the LRA insurgency in Uganda. The shea belt in Africa stretches from Senegal all the way to Ethiopia. Our shea butter in Uganda is called Nilotica shea butter. It is a subspecies of the shea tree. There's what we call shea western, which is mainly in the Western African countries. And then in South Sudan, Uganda, and Ethiopia, you have what is called Nilotica shea butter. To get shea butter, you need to wait quite a long time. The trees we see are trees that are over 100 years old. Shea trees need at least 15 to 20 years to fruit for the first time, and they reach their full age of maturity at age 50. The flowering of the trees is in between December and March every year. The fruits ripen around May through July. So usually the sale of the shea nuts happens mainly in the months of June, July, and a bit of August. So that is when the shea season really runs. During the buying season, we go out to the different communities.
There are those who bring for us to the factory gate, and then there are those we follow to the different marketplaces.
When we are buying, we try to buy good quality nuts. We have our criteria for checking out the nuts, make sure that the nuts are not damaged or broken in any way. Bring them to the factory for the final drying. Usually we dry them ourselves here. It takes about 3 months to fully dry the shea nuts, and then we store them in jute bags on pallets.
We get them to the right moisture content that can be stored, that is at least below 8 or below 7 of the moisture content. That one you can keep the nuts as long as they can stay. Prior to processing the nuts, we again get the nuts and wash them in plain, clean water. So we have these nuts washed and dried again in the sun. Then when they are fully dried, at a moisture content between 7 to 12 for our machines to run well. Before processing, we do the weighing of the nuts to know exact quantity or the amount of nuts we are going to process for the day.
Our crude tank oil here has a capacity of 1,200 liters of shea, which is then run through the chamber filter press to remove the impurities. It's all a natural process. So it's very important when you're processing food or cosmetic oils to use stainless steel that is food safe.
The moisture content for that batch that we are going to process. That is when now we feed it to the machine and we start pressing the nuts. After pressing, it goes to our crude oil tank. That is our reserve. We press until we have the right amount. Then we filter the shea butter. After filtering, we collect the filtered shea butter in the different containers, and then now we package to the different sizes to suit the market.
We left the operating room to be with high walls so that we can automate production and make it run through a bit faster. And then eventually, as we add on the other oils we want to produce, we'll have a few more presses standing here of smaller capacity so we can do the other oils as well, because we want to have at least 7 natural oil products being made here. We'll also do the related value chains because we can do beekeeping among the shea trees and then create additional incomes for the communities with that. then also use that to create cosmetics, because eventually we're going to start doing the value-added products, like doing the soaps with shea and with shea seed cake, and then start to do a blend of various oils to make beauty products. We don't really have rubbish in this factory, because the shea seed cake and all the other seed cakes can be used to make animal feed, or they can be used to make charcoal briquettes. So we're trying to explore new partnerships of how to either make charcoal briquettes with the community, or to find people who are doing animal husbandry who can uptake our seed cakes to use to make animal feeds. We wanted to be right in the heart of the community so that we understand the challenges that are there to be solved, and then we can work through that together. The one thing we decided to do is to situate ourselves in the heart of the shea belt, because you can easily walk from here to Pade, to Abim, to Agago, to Alitong. Like, we're not really far, so because we have a challenge of transport here, that the roads are really, really bad. So if you're moving shea nuts through these different areas or having people bring them to you, it's much easier if it's close to them than having to send them to faraway towns and cities, for instance. We use a generator to run our factory. We hope that hopefully we can try to lobby to get power extended to us, and then have more people benefit from that, or explore off-grid solutions, for instance. One of the things we did when we were coming here, we had a lot of community engagements to see what did people need from us, and they told us we have been trained enough in post-harvest handling. All we need is a steady, fair market, and they said that we can offer. But then also, of course, because shea nuts fall during the rainy season, it is very hard to dry them because they have to be sun-dried, and most of the people here are farmers, so there's a time they're supposed to be tending their gardens. They can't be playing cat and mouse with the sun to have the shea nuts dry. To start to focus on the local markets here in Uganda and also in Kenya. So we want to really be the best, so that you can take our product and feel comfortable using it or recommending it to somebody else. We've been able to do some small export to UK and to Germany, and we hope to grow those even furthermore. We are working with the local communities
to use natural resources sustainably
to produce the very best cold pressed Ugandan oils.
So we welcome you to join us on this journey.